Hello, this is my second YouTube video, and I'm excited because I just hit 10,000 followers on Instagram, and my story's only been out for a week. I'm so excited to see where this goes, and I'm excited to continue to keep sharing. So I thought I would just hop on here and take a few minutes to just kind of talk about a few things. So I grew up in California. I am the youngest of four. My parents are LDS, and I have two siblings who are excommunicated, one that is active, but not living the standards. And then there's me. I'm an ex Mormon voluntarily, and I have come to know that the Book of Mormon is not true. I have read a lot of stories, I've done a lot of research, and I'm not hateful towards the Mormon church. I have formed my own opinion about it. I think the church does a really good job at making things seem beautiful and amazing and all these, butterflies and beautiful weddings and beautiful temples that look like castles. So to me, I think that the church does a really good job at making it seem like this beautiful fairy tale. When you go back into the history, you realize it's really not that great. And if I've come to know these things for myself, I mean, I'm 31. I've been married for almost 8 years. I have a child. I have lived in many places. I've gone on a mission, and so yeah, with the mission thing, I kissed an elder about a year into my mission. An elder being another missionary who is just a boy my age. They're just given the title elder for that time being. And so we were about the same. We were the same age, and we were adults and we weren't supposed to be kissing, and we snuck out and we made out and had lots of kissing sessions, and we got caught. And if you want to know all these details, all of my story is on my Instagram. It's that one xmo. It's the same handle as what's on my YouTube. And we got caught, and because of that, it was not good. It was not good at all. We were sent home, and I was not treated the way I should have been treated, considering that all we did was just kiss. I mean, you know I didn't do anything else than just make out with him. And I was stripped of privileges in the Mormon church, and it tore me down. And I was told by my church leaders and my parents to lie about why I was home. And I felt pushed and pressured, and it was really, really hard. So I went back out on my mission. I went to New Mexico. Oh yeah, my first mission was in Boise, Idaho. This was in 2013 is when I got my mission call. I went to New Mexico, loved it, spent that was the rest of my 6 months there. And then I came home. I dated, moved to Utah to be around better people, Mormons. I wanted to be, around that. I wanted to get married in the temple. And then I kept sinning. I kept making mistakes, and I wasn't a very good Mormon. So I've come to know these things. Here I am. I'm now married, I have a kid, and I'm happy. And I've come to know that the Book of Mormon is false. And yeah, it's wild when you experience the world as a Mormon and then you're out of it and you are then now an ex-Mormon, and you're wondering, how did I get here? Because just a few years ago this was my whole entire world, and now it's over and I'm free. So I've started this journey. I've realized I was mentally abused as a child. I had a narcissistic mother who was also abused as a child. My dad was also abused as a child, mentally and physically. So for me, I look at that and I think there was no healing on their end. My parents have never done any therapy for their trauma, and it has rubbed off on me, and it's now transferring to my son, and I'm noticing it, and I'm like, I need to stop it because it's going to be worse. And I blame the church for my parents having the mindset that they do on certain things. My parents, they stopped being my parent at 18. they just didn't care after that. They cared more about their reputation and how they looked in the church, and that really was hard on me. I was alone. I couldn't talk to anybody about anything. I had a lot of anxiety and felt like I wanted to scream. I wanted to scream inside. Ugh, and I was a good kid. I didn't do anything wrong growing up. Just the here and there little lies. And then it was like once my parents started to push, I started to push back. And it wasn't good. And living in a narcissistic home by yourself as a teenager, because there's 8 years between me and my sister above me. So I was 12 and she was out of the house. She was gone. She wasn't there anymore. So I was alone with my parents and I felt like the last hope. I felt like I had nothing else really left to do except for just please my parents. I've got a cat. Her name's Stella. Say hello, Stella. Meow meow. Hmm. So it's all quite very interesting. So I'm on here, I'm sharing my story, I'm going through this process. My parents just found out that I had a page talking about why I got sent home, and they're not very happy about it. Um, so I'm receiving some backlash from family, and this is where I'm at. I'm going through this process, and you're here if you're watching. The story will continue. So stay tuned.